It has been nearly 2 years since CBS 6 began investigating a local massage therapist accused of sexually assaulting a client. Sean Robinson has been indicted but was never arrested until we started asking questions. He was later convicted in Chesterfield and sent to jail, but shortly after he was released, he got a job at a day spa in Williamsburg and ended up assaulting 5 more women.
That's because despite his conviction, he still had an active license to practice massage. Now a state senator, motivated by our coverage, has introduced legislation she hopes will prevent that. Our Melissa Hippolyte explains in an update to her Problem Solvers investigation.
Well, Republican State Senator Siobhan Donovan started looking into this after we contacted her about our stories about Sean Robinson and how he was able to obtain a job as a massage therapist even after being convicted of sexual battery on the job at another spa.
I have to believe that the Department of Health Professions didn't know that because I've seen them act so swiftly in the past. So we need to make sure that they know when something like that happens.
During our investigation, we learned that Robinson still had an active license to practice after the conviction in July of 2020, all the way until October 30th of 2020. Now, in August of that year, he got a job at a new spa who told CBS 6 they did a background check and found he still had an active license, which he did. Robinson would end up being convicted of sexually assaulting 5 more women at the new spa. Now, one of the women asked us why his license was not pulled for 4 months after the first conviction. We asked the head of the Virginia Department of Health Professions, which oversees the licensing boards, how that might happen. And while he couldn't speak about specific cases, he said the courts are not required to notify his office when someone is convicted of a sex crime on the job.
Sometimes we're notified of that, and sometimes we're not. You know, that's one of the areas which potentially we could be strengthened, would be to require courts to notify us when any of our licensees are convicted. They currently, they don't.
And that leads us back to Senator Donovan's legislation, which would require the Commonwealth's attorney to request the clerk of court send sentencing documents to the DHP when a practitioner is convicted of committing a crime doing the job they are licensed to do. Donovan's office said they think this bill will come up in committee next week.